So flying to the moon is a little bit in my blood, and after an aerospace engineering degree, I made it down here to Johnson Space Center. I started off as a flight controller in mission control. Everything I did was new things.
As well as recovery, all of the sleeping and awake time, we do all of that in one block.
For the Artemis 2 mission, we have 9 days to do everything that we need to do to test the vehicle and to prove out all of the mission objectives. We're much more focused on the crew understanding exactly the activities that they're going to see throughout the mission, where they might find things on board, and an understanding, hey, if something does go wrong, and it's important that both the astronauts and the team that supports them on the ground in Houston are ready to solve the problem quickly.
Working with the teams to figure out the right answer for everything is literally a day-to-day activity, and it has been awesome. It's challenging, but it also means that this is a completely different animal.
I kind of look at the whole journey of, like, you know, young Jeremy flying space missions in the treehouse to today in the simulator, going through failure scenarios with an incredible team and mission control. You know, it has changed a lot. It was a lot simpler when I was young and I was doing it in my imagination. A lot of people ask me how I feel leading up to this mission inside of 2 months to go. It's not a simple question to answer. You know, there are moments of like, wow, I can't believe like we're so close to going, and it is super exciting. But then in the next moment, you're like, okay, I also have a lot I want to do. I totally feel like we're going to be ready. Things are going to come together, but I also have that feeling of like, almost like cramming for an exam, where it's like, hey, I could use every single moment between now and flight to make just double check, triple check. And you never really know when that work is truly done.
We can sit in a simulator all day long and fail different components, and we can write procedures perfectly to flesh out all of these issues. But in the end, something is going to fail in an unexpected way, and it's the process. How do the 4 crew members think about this? How does mission control think about this? How does the engineering support team think about this? And then how do we all communicate together to get through this failure?
The Artemis 2 crew and the ground teams are cohesive. It takes a lot of training for the ground team to understand the nuances of the crew and vice versa. At the end of the day, they're mission focused.
The Artemis 2 crew, in advance of the mission, have gotten to help trailblaze a couple of the training pieces that future crews that are going to be landing on the moon will get to do. We took the whole crew to Iceland to look at the geology there and just some of the parallels to the moon.
We are here in Iceland training astronauts and training other Artemis personnel in field geology. So we're going to be exploring the volcanic deposits, teaching them how to explore a station when they're doing EVAs on Artemis, and also how to make good observations when they're passing by the moon on Artemis 2.
Iceland is a great analog for the moon in a bunch of different ways. It's got the planetary processes, in this case volcanism. It has the landscape. There's no vegetation here. It looks like the moon.
The geologists are really hoping that there's some areas of interest that we can look at with our human eyes, be able to scan across the moon with different lighting angles as we fly around and collect some data that the satellites orbiting the moon aren't able to get for them.
For Artemis 2, our goal is to really advance our understanding of what's going to happen to the human in the deep space environment. We have been working for many years to advance these organ chip technology. And so with that, we're able to really understand what the deep space radiation impact has so we can compare directly that personalized level of what's happening to them. So this is game-changing.
The research we'll conduct in Artemis 2 will lay the groundwork for us being able to spend more time at the moon and start thinking about our astronauts, humankind, being able to survive longer trips to places, for instance, like Mars.
We got to look inside the simulator in Building 9 yesterday, and some of us were thinking, okay, this isn't Gemini 7, where two guys spent 14 days in a vehicle the size of a Volkswagen, but it's 4 people inside a vehicle the size of maybe a minivan for 9 days. Can you just talk about the human element of living in close proximity with all that's riding on the mission, but just the physical closeness inside that cabin and how you guys are going to manage that?
As you guys know, we've been training together for over 2.5 years now, and with that comes a closeness that I think is built in for a reason.
The importance of bonding as a crew is so that we can communicate with each other. There are going to be tough days, there are going to be tough moments, and there's going to be great moments. That, to me, is where that bonding is so important.
Crew camaraderie is really important. I would say it's especially important for this type of mission. The Orion capsule, I liken it to, you're going camping in a tent, but you don't get to get out of your tent. Your bathroom is there, your kitchen is there, your gym is there, and so coexisting in that space, much less pulling off a successful mission, requires a really cohesive team.
We are bringing together the world, we are bringing together an amazing workforce, and they are bringing together an amazing vehicle. So we're going to fly around the moon in the spacecraft Integrity.
After a lot of conversations, we named our vehicle Integrity. It's a value that's shared by NASA, by the Canadian Space Agency, by the Astronaut Office, that of course means to be your best self in the most general terms.
The root of the word integrity is about being a whole. And if you think about it, this spacecraft is over 350 different pieces that had to be integrated and make up this one system. In nautical terms, we talk about hull integrity or a ship being watertight when it goes out in the ocean. And so in space, I think of that as our ship's ability to hold in pressure and also to keep the hot gases out.
It comes from this root of integrated, and that's really how we see our mission. It's going to be an incredibly integrated team, and we hope that that shares the idea that it's not just our vehicle, it's everyone's vehicle.
Honestly, I just hope Artemis 2 is just a part of the celebration of this nation over the next 365 days. I know these milestones are big for the public. They're going to be huge for the nation, and I'll just be proud to be a part of the 250th anniversary of America.
NASA is incredibly excited to support the Freedom 250 celebrations, part of America's 250th birthday. I can't think of anything grander than America's return to the lunar environment.
This mission means everything to me. I'm so encouraged by it because I see it opening the door for why I'm at NASA, and I think everyone else is as well.
What I want to say to the men and women that built this Artemis 2 vehicle, simple, thank you. We've been around the world, we've been across our nation, we have seen the attention to detail, we have seen the workmanship, the craftsmanship, and it is a beautiful thing to behold.
From Europe, ESA and Airbus building the service module, to the team in the Netherlands that integrated the solar arrays, to the folks at Michoud and Kennedy and Armstrong that have worked together to build this system. Integrated, again, integrity, that have worked to give us integrity. We want to do our part because we know you've stepped up and done your part and continue to do your part.
What I would want to say to anyone that has contributed to the Artemis missions in any way is just so much admiration and respect for you.
You nailed it. You crushed it. We are doing this together because of your hard work, because you thought outside of the box, because you didn't give up. So I will just say congratulations on Artemis 2.
Reed, Christina, Jeremy, Victor. First, I just want to say thank you. Thank you to you and your commitment, your sacrifices, all of the training, all of the planning, all of the time that you've spent preparing. Thank you to your families for allowing you to participate and to be the inspiration of an entirely new generation.
We are with you. You represent us. When you get to the other side of the moon and you look back, I don't want you to feel alone. I want you to know that there are thousands of us that are crowded inside that Orion spacecraft right with you.
I want to express immense appreciation for the workforce. I also want to express my appreciation to the NASA pioneers that have given us the knowledge and the